We are back after this. Way! No brownouts. Hello, viewer. Today it is Sunday, September the 3rd, 2023. Autumn in the Northern Hemisphere is almost upon us. I am Mr. Brown, and I trust you are all doing very well today. On this evening's stream / podcast, we are discussing the goings on this week in the entertainment and on the social media. It was a week where Ahsoka went for a spacewalk, and Starfield said, in space, no one can hear your pronouns. Or did they? But before we begin, you can find us here, disclaimers, you can find us here on the YouTube, or if you prefer your entertainment in the podcast form, we are also on the Spotify. Links are in the description. So if you have not shut down for the evening, as I always say, lots to get through. Shall we get the guest out? You know it. Let's do it. First, he is the backbone of Sunday nights, and you know I genuinely love this guy. It is the fantastic Mad Cat 83.
What's up, nerds?
Yo.
Yo, what's going on? Oh, how are you?
Not bad, mate. How are you?
That's good. I'm doing pretty good, you know. I'm just hanging out with the family today, and tomorrow's a holiday here in the United States, so I'm excited.
Is it Labor Day?
It is Labor Day. Yeah, I get the day off of work. I'm
Get in.
Yeah, but I'm gonna do a bunch of yard work. It's like crazy.
Have you recovered from your appearance on the open bar?
Yeah, it was great. I can't. I hope I get to go back. It was really fun.
How's the channel going?
It's going pretty good, you know. I got over 6,000 subscribers now.
Yes.
The open bar helped me out a lot, and now
Slow
I'm
and
all
steady.
like, yep, slow and steady. I told my wife, I'm like, I think now I might hit 7,000 by the end of the year. That's not going to happen, but I can always hope.
Well, if you get another appearance on open bar, it will.
Yeah, I'm hoping any day now.
So everything good, my friend? Yes.
Everything is good. Everything is good.
Great to have you on. Shall we get the next person out?
Let's do it.
Okay, let me scroll down, folks. Next, the chat favorites, and my favorite, it is Vex Electronica.
Hello, how is everyone?
Hi, Vex. How are you?
I've had better weeks, but you know what? There's still a lot to be thankful and grateful for. How about you?
Not bad. I was just going to say, you don't get this on Nerdrotic.
No, you don't. You don't. Nor do you get someone who will send you a daddy or mommy message if you hit that like button.
Oh, yes. Welcome to ASMR. How are you, Vex? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. Can't
How's the
complain.
channel
I
going,
could
Vex?
complain. It's quiet right now just because it's kind of a lull in the release season.
Yeah,
and
nothing happening, is there?
my microphone is also still dead, but gaming content is coming. Gaming content is coming, at least on the other
Speaking of coming, I think this one's for you. Common people in the chat.
Ooh, you make me moist, common people.
I'm moist. And then not Brian. Stop it, Brew.
Oh,
Sorry.
you stop it, Brian.
Sorry. So, everything good, Vex?
Yes, everything's good.
Shall we get the next person out?
Let's do it.
Okay. Small crew tonight, everybody. And last, but by no means least, from a VPN far, far away, it is the Golden Reach Around droid of choice. It is, well, you know who it is. Z3PO.
Good evening, Mr. Brown.
Good evening, Mr. 3PO.
And how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I think his VPN just crapped out.
Earth calling Z. Are you there?
I am indeed here.
How's it going, my friend? All right.
I'm very well, thank you. Sorry I couldn't join you for Robocop yesterday. You know, things to do, places to see.
How is Uncle Owen? Is he all right?
Bodies to bury. He's absolutely fine, sir.
Great to have you on, my friend. Shall we just get on with it? We're very sorry, chat. We were late tonight. Sorry.
Let's storm through it.
I will jump out the window after the show. We're 2 floors up, so I'll probably break a leg at least. If that's okay. Shall I get my graphics up?
Do it.
Might be a good idea, might it? I can't even remember if I've done it. Way episode 163. End of week musings. It's Sunday, September 3, 2023. A picture or a character from Starfield, I think.
It is,
if you've
yes.
made it this far, please like, share, subscribe, all the usual clicky, click, click, click. And if you're feeling generous, you know what to do. Okay, first up then. Shall we move on? Yeah, Vex, you go first.
Sorry.
Did you see this week's episode?
I did see this week's
Evening chat.
episode.
Yeah.
Again, clarifying that I'm not a Star Wars fan, so
Well,
I'm
I'm not
watching
anymore,
this.
but there you go.
Neither is Filoni.
I'm watching this with almost virgin eyes and knowledge.
What?
Yeah, I've watched just the first 6 movies, and that's it. And it's just not my thing. Star Wars is not my jam, so no hate against it. But this episode was half the length of the previous 2 episodes we got, and I still felt like it was over an hour long. It was really silly, especially the space fighting.
Oh,
Right.
Which it adheres to some elements of gravity, but doesn't for others. And apparently, everyone in this universe has shite aim as well.
especially the stormtroopers, yes.
Oh, good. This is yeah. So someone else take over.
Catty, you're
Well,
into this, aren't you? You
I-
like you like orange women.
I
don't you?
am, yes. I am a Star Wars fan, but I tell you right now, this episode was just silly. It was so silly. Like Vex said, people don't know how to hit anything. And then when Ahsoka jumps out on the hull of the ship and she's floating around like she's, Sandra Bullock in Gravity, I'm all like, this is ridiculous. And I'm not the only person to bring this up, but why are they firing at her? Shoot the other wing that she's not on and destroy that freaking ship. It's so stupid. And I love how they're just like, they're all like, the robots are like, I need more information, get closer. And I'm all like, tell him no. You guys can tell him no. He's like a child. Just say no and move on. Be like, we're not going to get all the info. And I just go, they're like trying to figure out it's a hyperspace ring, but nobody is an idiot. I could tell you it was a hyperspace ring. It's got those little engines on it. You know what's, you're dealing with, people are so stupid in this show. They're just so stupid. They can't put 2 and 2 together, but we can as the audience. It's so dumb. And they told us nothing. They told us nothing new and wasted 30 minutes of our time. It was ridiculous.
6 hours for me doing the slides.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. That was a good episode. You guys did a good job. It was
Yeah,
very
you
funny.
guys killed it on that episode review.
I left a
Yeah.
lot.
Good numbers on that. Z,
I love Ahsoka Tano. The
But-
character, not the series.
Right.
I've watched her right the way through the Clone Wars series. I've watched her through Star Wars Rebels, and she's a genuinely likable character who's grown over the years into a powerful, force-wielding person. Ahsoka is just long, boring, and when something does happen, it's verging on the ridiculous. I don't give a flying fluff if Jedi Master Plo Koon did the same thing in an episode of the Clone Wars. It looks stupid then. It looks stupid now. And I just wish they'd write some decent stuff just once. Just please. Just give us something good. I mean, out of Star Trek, at least we got Picard season 3, and that was a breath of fresh air. But every single Star Wars series just is the same stuff being regurgitated over and over again with lazy story beats, with lazy setups and lazy payoffs.
Right.
It's genuinely terrible. I've said this before: is Filoni cannot write and should not write live action series.
Is he better with animated?
Yes, much better.
I
with
agree.
animated.
Yes, I agree. And also, I just want to say, like, when it comes to this episode, it's like they're trying to change so much because Ahsoka's all like, everyone is connected to the Force, and anybody can be a Jedi. And I'm all like, are we just forgetting midichlorians from the first episode? Like, I thought he was a disciple of what's his face? Gosh, I'm blown. I can't think right now. And then also, does anybody get the? And I think you guys mentioned this on your episode. Does anybody think that Thrawn is just going to show up at the last episode, and he's just going to be all like, "All right, let's get started," and then it's supposed to lead into that movie that I don't think is happening? Because I get this. Go ahead.
Sorry, you said Thrawn. Who is Thrawn?
He is the Grand Admiral Thrawn. In the Clone War, well, the book series, he's very cool. In the Clone Wars, he's kind of silly and just likes to monologue a lot. But he's just like a really smart. I can't remember the name of his species, but he's blue and he's really smart, and he comes up with these like really good plans and stuff like that because he's able to think ahead of everybody else and stuff. And I can't remember if it was you guys.
Is he a member of the Blue Man group?
Yes.
Thinking Man's joke. Moving on.
Yes. But this show is it's so silly, and those stupid fucking space whales, and Filoni he's so but then again, look at that stupid hat he wears. Of course he's an idiot. But yeah, no, I don't care for this show very much, and it's very boring, and yeah. And
I was just
and I just one more thing. And I just want to say, oh gosh, Ren. What is her first? Sabine Wren. What a bitch, yo! I don't remember her being this bitchy in Rebels, but she's very annoying. I don't like her at all.
How old would she be now? Because I know she was like a teenager in the animated series or Rebels or whatever, right?
Yeah,
She'd be in her early 30s now.
So she's nearing 30 and she's still acting like a little bitch?
Yeah,
I've got a cat as well. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a single, lonely space cat lady.
Oh no!
Yeah,
those space whales were one of the silliest things
They're
think
so
I've seen
silly.
in a while.
I didn't like them in Rebels.
Utter bollocks.
Yeah, I didn't like them in Rebels. Like,
They came out of nowhere. They didn't make sense for them. It's just like, oh, conveniently they have these giant planet-sized whales that they can dodge through.
Are those the whales from Star Trek 4? Moving on.
No. Anyway, I've got to agree with what Matt Cat said earlier, which I've completely forgotten what
the midichlorians thing or the Thrawn thing.
That memorable.
No, I had it on the tip of my tongue, and then I just thought of something else and forgot about it.
You had it on the tip of your servo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the hyperspace ring. It's like they said. It looks like a hyperspace ring, but we're going to need to scan it because I need to be certain. And you're absolutely right, Matt Cat. It looks exactly like a hyperspace ring. How could they not
Stargate?
just go, well, we won't need a scan on that one because it looks exactly like all the other hyperspace rings, but bigger.
Stargate.
I still say they're going to tether one of those Purgils with it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, because it's not going to be enough to get them to that other galaxy. And I'm like, It's just it's so stupid and silly. But I mean, they could pull it out, but I'm not holding out hope. But,
Are there any good points
to this episode, I mean,
to Ahsoka in general?
this it's nice to see a space battle, but at the same time, I'm all like Vex said, they can't hit anything, and I'm all like, you're telling me the Sith chick with the crazy eyes can't hit anything,
One,
and you,
by the way.
yeah, what
1
is that her
out
name?
of 10.
Oh yeah, you don't think
Moving
she's hot? Oh, I like her crazy. Yeah.
You don't get the
blonde?
joke. Moving on.
Oh, I'd smash the blonde. I think she's
she's
pretty-
cute. Yeah.
Shin Hati looks like a Billie Eilish tribute act.
I think she's hotter than Billie Eilish, but whatever. It's cool. It's cool.
She's slimmer.
Yeah, I like her crazy eyes. Like she's just all like looking into space.
See the
Like
chat. Thank you, chat. You get it.
No, you look at every scene that she's
Cheers,
in.
chap.
She doesn't blink. She doesn't blink at all. Not
yeah,
at
she's
all.
got crazy eyes.
She
Yeah, that's
has.
part
She
of the
just
evil.
looks-
There we go.
Looks intense.
Yeah, and I love how she's all like, what's the name of the Asian lady that's like sitting on that space ring? What is her name?
Sit
Mrs.
on the
Nesbit.
space ring.
Yeah, Mrs. Nesbit.
Morgan Elspeth.
Oh man, can I call her Mrs. Nesbit? Anyways,
Yeah.
Mrs. Nesbit. She's all like,
Bruce Lee's goddaughter
yeah. I love how
in real life.
Actually,
Billie
Wow.
Eilish. I love how Billie Eilish is all like, Mrs. Nesbit, stand by. We'll destroy her. You didn't destroy her. And then she doesn't destroy her. And Mrs. Nesbit wasn't like, hey, bitch, you didn't do such a great job. I'd have been like rubbing it in her face. But she was just all like, whatever about it on her stupid space ring. I'm all like, this is dumb.
Vex, are you available to read a super chat, please?
always. Black lives or black votes for $4.99 American. As an attack Ahsokopter in Karen space, Mama Vex, the sexy apex dominatrix, shall refer to myself as Daddy Ahsoka.
I like it.
Thank you for that super chat, Black Lives.
That was good.
Anything to add, anybody? Shall
No.
we move on?
I'm dreading episode 4.
Oh, yeah, right.
What is
Well-
the prediction for episode 4? What's going to happen?
It'll be
Nothing.
shite.
Nothing's going to happen. Nothing
Oh, I
at
know
all.
that.
It's going to be like 38 minutes of recap, nothing, and then the end credits.
Yeah, she'll kill some of those henchmen, and then Ray Stevenson will be like, "She killed my henchman."
Ray
and-
Stevenson is the only highlight.
Yeah, and he only got one line in this episode. Go after her,
And he
or
was
some crap like
100
that.
times better than anything
Right?
for the
Oh, and then
previous 30 minutes.
You've got the mystery of, who's Marok? Nobody cares.
Right? Exactly. Yeah, nobody cares. Yeah.
Vex, are you coming on Wednesday? Fancy it?
I'm going camping for 5 days tomorrow.
Oh, that's
so-
intense. That is.
Ew.
Ew. Oh my God.
I don't like nature.
What is it?
I don't like.
Okay.
Well, time out. I like looking at nature, but I don't like being in it. Are you going in a tent or in a camper? There's a
In
difference.
a tent. I go
Ew,
bare
it's,
bones.
yeah, it's definitely ew. I can't do it.
Like,
we'll
I
give.
can- Sorry, go ahead.
No. Me.
Oh, I
Go
was just gonna say, like I've been camping with other people, and they bring all of this shit, and I'm just out here literally with just a tent, a sleeping bag, and a crate full of canned food. That's it.
And internet connection.
Look at you.
We'll give the
No
final
internet.
word to Price of Reason. I feel bad for Ray Stevenson. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. He'll make it up in season 2. Oh, wait.
Rest in peace, Ray.
Rest in
Stevenson.
peace.
Too soon.
Indeed. Shall we move on?
Yeah, let's do
slow
it.
news week, folks.
It is.
Scraping the barrel again.
It's only gonna get worse.
Okay, the first episode of Ahsoka drew 14 million views, according to Disney.
Bullshit.
So I remember when this was trending, because everyone was reposting this a couple days ago, because there
Oh,
was
yes.
that was it Sambia TV or whatever? They
That's
put
the
out
next
that.
slide, yes.
Oh, okay. Do you want to just? I guess they tie in together, don't they?
Okay, so
They do.
so this is the official Disney line,
Hmm.
and Samba TV, who I'd never heard of or seen on my Twitter feed until Thursday, was it?
something like that.
And then
yeah.
it was all over Disney, all over the twats.
Was.
So, this one is saying 1.2 million US. So I'm kind of assuming that's worldwide.
And
perhaps?
that seems to be the point that everyone who was retweeting
Yeah.
the Samba TV thing seemed to miss. And I even noticed, like, I think Bounding Into Comics put out an article on this too. The 1.2 is referring to U.S. households. It's entirely possible that this got 14 million worldwide. Big difference.
Would that
There is a big
be 12.8 million on the Uar?
Probably,
Views.
yeah.
I don't know if they count those.
Perhaps they should.
You know, the download chart isn't what you think it is. It's not like a list of the favourite Pirate Bay items.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe this is
Lowest viewing
correct.
figures, apparently.
Yeah, maybe this is correct. I don't know, but I don't trust anything Disney tells me, especially when it comes to numbers. So could
Yeah.
this be true? I mean, yes, but at the same time, I go,
Well,
Disney.
you know what that'll be, don't you? 13 million of those will be Dave Filoni watching it.
Probably, yeah, yeah. I don't know. When they say this, I just go, I don't know. You guys are, of course, you're going to inflate your numbers, or you're going to try to spin it the best way possible, and I don't believe them. So
Yeah, you go, Atom Gray. Yeah, 14 million is not impressive.
No,
I mean, it
not
was
at all.
only last week that Disney is facing a fresh lawsuit from shareholders accusing them of deceiving them about the financial health of the customer
Oh, yes.
company.
Forgot
So,
about that,
you know,
yeah.
they've got a history of fluffing the numbers.
yeah.
And without anything to draw this on, Disney are effectively going, trust me, bro.
yeah.
And I don't believe them. I really don't. If they're prepared to lie to their shareholders, they're prepared to lie to their audience.
And we already know for years they've been okay lying to their audience, if we remember the whole Captain Marvel debacle in theaters. So
Yeah, and
Here you go. Sabine's. I love it when new people arrive or be seen for the first time. Sabine's Cheshire Cat. 14 mil views is what Drinker gets per week. Yeah.
right.
his Ahsoka video actually outdid the 1.2 million households number.
Right.
Actually, in just like 3 days, I think, of that video going
Yeah.
live, which is hilarious.
Yeah, Drinker's doing very well from all this shite at the moment.
That was a good video, though.
I haven't
Okay.
seen it yet. It's on my
so-
watch.
14 million. We think that's worldwide, yes. It would
Yes.
seem reasonable. And 1.2 US.
Million.
No, it's not quite, no. In its first 6 days. That's not a lot, is it?
No.
Yeah, and plus it's a character that really, I mean, unless you watch Clone Wars or Rebels, you really don't know this character. So it's like, you know, why would this appeal? Like my wife, who's not a huge Star Wars fan, she didn't watch Star Wars until after we got married, but she doesn't know who Ahsoka is. She has no
You
clue.
a bad husband.
I don't think so. I think she's a bad wife. She didn't watch Star Wars until after we got married. I had to.
Shit.
In fact, I didn't know until after we had gotten married. I was like, "You've never seen a Star Wars movie?" And she's like, "Well, I've seen clips." And I was like, "Oh my god, why did we get married? You haven't seen Star Wars."
To be fair,
at least she sat down and watched it with you, which
That
makes
is
her a
true.
good wife.
Yes, that is true. And she does. She likes the prequel series the best. And I'm all like, "What?" I'm
Here you
like,
go, folks. This is me plugging the Drinker. Mega Spider-Man at Mr. Brown Lights. It's me. Don't forget Drinker's new video on lightsabers. Yes, I watched that. Yes, very good.
yeah, it was good. It was really, really good. I like science, but like real science, not fake science. You know what I'm saying?
The real science of
Yes.
lightsabers.
Yeah. Well, he brought in like temperatures of water and when it burns and or when it boils or
Yeah.
something like that. It was very
You
good. I
vaporize.
enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it very much. I was like, this is a good video.
It was a very good video. I mean, he showed us what we could have got instead of Sabine recovering, she could have literally exploded from the
No, that would've-
inside out.
Oh, that'd been so good.
Princess Fiona, she got a pussy on her head.
Oh.
That's Mr. Brown Lights. If you watch the show for the first 5 minutes, well, as long as that, and turn it off and disgust, Disney still, sorry, in disgust.
I
Disney
think she would
still,
say disgusting Disney.
and turn it off in disgust.
Yeah.
We're getting bogged down. Disney still counts that as a view. Yep.
True.
Can you imagine watching the first 5 minutes on repeats for a day?
No.
I don't know. At 14 million, I think they count hovering over it as a view.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I wonder if they've got some like bots kind of doing auto watch. You know, computers in big server rooms doing auto watches. So they might not even be genuine watches. But anyway,
Can you imagine if you're an
Yeah.
artificially intelligent viewing robot who's achieved sentience,
turn that off.
and you have to watch this on loop?
That'd be so.
Get out. Let's move on.
You might first
Can
see your
I-
first AI suicide.
Can I ask one more question before we move on?
You're going to
Unless you say no, you can say no, and I'll
get on with it.
Okay. Do you guys still think that Filoni movie is going to happen? Because I have a feeling if this doesn't do well, it's not going to happen. Because and neither is the other two movies. The
Z,
Ray
what do you
movie.
think? Oh, sorry, I cut you off. Sorry.
No, I was done pretty much. Z, what do you think?
What was
Do
the
you-
Filoni movie?
He's going to do a Filoni movie. He's going to do a movie probably based off these characters he's created in
That
animation.
nobody gives a shit about.
It would be very ill-advised to go for a big screen movie. I don't think it will do the numbers they'd expect it to do. I imagine it would probably go straight to streaming if it happens at all. I think Disney is having a sit down and a big think about where they're going at the moment, because they're hemorrhaging money left, right, and centre. And I think for the first time in 9 years, the share price hit $80, which is really hurting at the moment.
Don't buy Disney, everybody.
Yeah, it's not a good investment right now.
So Disney Plus is at 150 million subscribers. We just hit the end, or are about to hit the end of a fiscal quarter. How much do you think that number is going to drop quarter over quarter if they release it?
250,000.
Because
500,000.
14 million out of 150. I don't think there's even 150 million anymore because that's the last projection, right?
Streaming's not a viable option because people just get sick of paying for individual packages. Wouldn't be so bad if there's something to watch, but it's all garbage. Anyway, should we move on? We got bogged down a little bit there, so
Yeah, sure. Let's
shall
move
we
on.
move on?
Yeah.
Rebel Moon team was glad the Zack Snyder film got booted from the Star Wars universe. They said, "Fuck Star Wars."
Hold on. Does it count as booted from the Star Wars universe if nobody wanted to pick it up?
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
This doesn't look good at all. Like I get if you're kind of upset that nobody wanted your Star Wars film, but this isn't the kind of publicity you want to be drudging up right before
Right.
what is arguably your biggest film in 6-7 years now.
Yeah.
This doesn't look good on Zack Snyder, and I think if anything, like people that are skeptical about his filmmaking like me, this just turns me off from wanting to watch Rebel Moon more.
Right.
Because not only am I going to be getting some dipshit's rendition of what his Star Wars universe would look like.
No C word,
But-
by the way.
Sorry.
I can feel it. I can feel it building. No C
Okay,
word.
gotcha.
Moving on.
But on top of that, now I'm
That's
just
what she
thinking
said.
if I go into this, am I going to even understand anything that's going on if this was originally a Star Wars script? Like, am I really going to be able to immerse myself in the universe if I kind of needed a basic understanding of Star Wars going into it?
That's a good question.
Could you answer that, Kat?
I mean, no. If you don't know anything about Star Wars, then I have a feeling
Do
that
you need to?
I
Well,
don't.
Filoni doesn't know. Or
I don't-
KK doesn't know.
Yeah, I don't think you
Moving
need
on.
to know about Star Wars to watch this movie because I'm pretty sure, besides lightsabers, I'm pretty sure it's not going to have anything to do with Star Wars. So
Are there lightsabers? Were there lightsabers
Oh
in
yeah.
the trailer?
Oh
Kind of like the
yeah.
kind of like flailing fire wands a little bit.
Oh.
Z, what do you think?
I think we should stop calling it Rebel Moon and just call it Zack Snyder's Star Wars.
Yeah, agreed.
Wouldn't it be? I'm going to stick my neck out here.
Mhm.
Obviously, I'm very good with predictions, like the Flash. That was a number one prediction. Wouldn't it be great if, as I said, on the Christmas live streams we do, we all agreed and we said, Rebel Moon, fuck me, fantastic. Wouldn't it be amazing?
I would love to be proven wrong. As much as we all have these opinions, I think it's fair for me to say that all of us want to be proven wrong. Like we want to be given good content
Right.
and
Yeah.
be shown that, it's still possible for good stuff to come out of Hollywood. But the trend has just not been friendly to us. That's all.
No, and I don't think Zack Snyder's track record has been very friendly either. There's only a couple of
Exactly.
his films that I actually enjoy. The rest of
300,
them that he's
correct.
written, 300 being one of them, Watchmen being the other. I really
Well-
don't rate anything
Well,
else
is
he's done.
he due a bit of a triumph?
It would be nice if he gets one.
I don't
But-
think he's due anything, in all honesty.
I mean, Snyder boys will hail this as a triumph, whatever happens.
I'm getting. Do you remember the Chronicles of Riddick?
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
I'm getting Chronicles of Riddick vibe from
Ooh.
this. But anyway, Vex, you available?
I am available. Sabine's Cheshire Cat for $2. Zack Snyder still owes me $10 for Sucker Punch. Zack Snyder owes me life for Sucker Punch.
Never seen it.
It's not worth the time.
It's not worth the time.
Garth Knight's in the chat for $5. Brownie, that's me. I know cutting slides is taxing, but if you could snag some posterior shots from the Ahsoka series, it'd be appreciated. Fun panel.
We
I'm gonna
do
have
love
to agree.
bottoms.
Yeah, I have to agree with Garth Knight there.
We talk out of our bottoms, but okay. So, shall we move on? I want to be proved wrong.
Yes, me too.
Yeah,
Same.
I'm desperate for some decent sci-fi. Vex, you available? Cheeky
I am
one. Here we go.
available. Waylon Bocephus for $1.99 US. Ahsoka or a deadly case of dyslexia? I'm gonna go with dyslexia because I think that's gonna be more interesting than Ahsoka.
Although it is interesting to hear how
They're
many
better written.
streamers are actually referring to as Ahsoka.
Ahsoka, yeah, we call it
Ahsoka.
No, we call it Ahsoka, don't we?
Yes.
Ahsoka.
Anyway,
Like a soaking ass. I want to
Okay.
soak in your ass.
Oh,
welcome to ASMR with Z3PO.
Meet me behind the moisture evaporators.
Okay, rumor the Lord. So, I'll start again. The Lord of the Rangs of Power producers and editors arguing over cutting and Elven storylines for season 2.
I did not watch Rings of Power. Can you explain what the significance of both of those characters / storylines are?
No,
No.
No,
Did no one watch it?
I
because
didn't
I
watch
was
it
hoping
either, no.
Platoon was going to be here.
Yeah, I watched it, but it okay. So the Numenorians, they come to help stop the first wave of Sauron and the bad guys and everything, and then that elf guy right there, he is. He's at
Don
a watchtower. Yes, Don Lemon. He is at a watchtower to help, just survey the dark lands or whatnot. But no, this show is trash. I mean, anything they take out is going to be good, but at the same time, I don't know what's going to make this show any better.
Well, nobody's
It
going
was-
to watch it
Yeah, it was bad. I mean, I'll watch
apart
it.
from Platoon,
Yeah, I
which is
need
not
the
here. But anyway,
Yeah, I need the money. so-
Black Lives or Black votes. There was a highlight from season 1. There was, "Give me the meat, give it to me raw."
Right on.
Vex, you available, please?
Sure. Wayland Bucephus again for another US $1.99. Ahsoka or Nina Agdal. Okay, in that case, I'm going to go Ahsoka because at least I know that she hasn't had a dozen trains ran on her.
Okay.
True.
I don't know who Nina is.
This is a supermodel that is engaged to one of the Paul brothers, and it came
I
to
get it.
light that she has been a very promiscuous woman prior
Mhm.
to her engagement to him.
Yeah, she is a dirty whore.
Yeah.
It is.
Not okay. I was trying to be nice about it.
It's no, like there's a girl that's been around, and then there's a dirty whore. She is gross.
What?
I'm pretty sure she couldn't count it.
Careful.
Like count how many men she's been with on all four of us' hands and feet. I'm pretty sure it's crazy.
Good for her.
Yeah, I guess.
Nobody gives a
empowering.
How
Sorry?
empowering, yeah.
Yes. Nobody gives a shit about this then.
Yeah,
Anybody in the
yeah.
chat give a shit about this? We don't. I don't care.
I don't think the viewers will give a shit about it either.
Oh, they
Nah.
won't.
DOA.
This because didn't they doubled down, right, that they were going to continue instead of starting fresh, and this sounds like they're starting to, maybe if this rumor is true, that they're starting to lean more towards just starting fresh, which would
Well,
be good if anything.
Yeah, but I don't think there's any fixing this. And they have to do 5 seasons because that's what they signed on for. Or at least I think they have to contractually. But this show is really bad. Even if you're like, and I'm a Lord of the Rings fan and a Tolkien fan, but I'm not like a huge fan, like a top tier fan. But this show was bad, like writing wise, everything about it was just bad. It was bad all around. So I don't see how they could fix it and make it better.
We'll give the last word to Professor Artu. Complete garbage. Okay.
It was.
Okay. Sorry, folks. Guess what? Slow news week.
It is a slow news week, dude.
Anybody see the new trailer for this? The Marvel's runtime is rumored to be 1 hour 47 minutes.
Why would any of us watch the new trailer for this?
Free?
Well, it is. I watch. It's
Free?
just a bunch of old footage from
Yeah.
all the other trailers, just put together in a different way, and everything. It's gonna be trash. And this doesn't surprise me. I'm pretty sure they're just like, because that Nina DaCosta. I'm sorry, people want to like talk about how great she is, but I don't see it, and I'm pretty sure like this will be her second bad movie. So this movie is just gonna be terrible. Although I did read that they had taken out a bunch of
Very good.
the musical parts, but I'm like, good. Nobody wants a fucking musical anymore. Why is everything Glee now? Why? I don't understand. It's so stupid.
So you're not going to be on next week's stream. We're going to do Sunday Night Musings, the musical. You're not on for that one. There is... did you see the addition of Samuel L. Jackson? He's got his head right between Bree's...
Actually,
Yeah, I honestly thought that was her legs, so I didn't see that until you pointed it out now.
I'm kind of over this trend of announcing movie lengths because I know it's just
Yeah.
'cause on top of them getting longer and longer. I really don't care how long a movie is. It's, are you giving me a good content for
Right.
however long it's running, right? So this hour and 47, it could be a good thing because let's face it, nobody probably wants to sit that long in the theater for this. But
We've been discussing RoboCop from 1987, and that was about 1 hour 47 minutes.
Yeah, and it's
but it's
great.
good content.
That
I'm
movie
engaged.
is tight AF. It's a great
Yeah.
movie.
Mhm.
Anyway,
Yeah.
okay. Lots of YouTubers are going to make a ton of money from this.
Oh yes.
Oh,
Let's
Disney
move
aren't
on.
going to make a lot of money out
They-
of this.
They're not. They're going to make a loss. Brie looks good though. Anyway, let's move on. Giancarlo Esposito says he was talking to James Gunn about the possibility of starring in a DC movie before the strike began.
Don't do it, Giancarlo. Don't do it. It's not worth it.
Yeah, and plus I have a feeling he was going to be Lex Luthor, and don't get me wrong, I love
Really?
Giancarlo Esposito, but I don't want him as a Lex Luthor. He's too old. Like I want
Yeah.
a young, like vibrant Lex Luthor, and he's just too old. So, but if he wants to be in one, he can be, I guess. But,
Catty, how old is too old?
for Lex
Careful.
Luthor, if they pick Lex Luthor, I'm off the top of my head, if I had to say, gosh, I'm sorry. Give me 2 seconds. Let me think. He has to be like, I don't want to say 30, but how old is the kid that play? I'll say 40. He has to be 40. Like 40 or, yeah, 40. I'll say 40. Because anything like too much older is. But how old is he? How old is Giancarlo Esposito?
I think he's approaching 60 or
Yeah,
Yeah, that's too old.
yeah.
That's too old. Yeah. That's way too old. I'm trying to look it up, but I can't spell Giancarlo for some reason. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's 65. Yeah, he can't be Lex Luthor. Yeah, he can't be Lex Luthor. That's too old. You got to be around 40. I'll say 40. 40-ish.
So you go. So
Yeah.
the squad records 65, yeah?
Yeah, too old. Too old. I'm sorry to be mean. I'm not an ageist. I love Giancarlo Esposito. He seems like such the nicest person, but no.
Z, what about casting the Lex Luthor from Superman and Lois?
No. Oh, the Superman and Lois one, spot on.
Yeah, he was good.
He was great. We need another Lex like that.
Yeah, we do, because he was like hard, and that's what you need. I mean, that came out wrong.
AF.
You weren't frightened of him. You were frightened of what he could do to you.
Yeah, when he looked at Clark and told him to I think he told him to shut up. I was like, oh, he's getting real, yo.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Or shut your mouth.
Yeah, the last 2 episodes, the writing let him down with that. Vex, you available, please?
Sure. Wayland Pacificus again for another $1.99 US. Thank you. Tarantino dialogue, but Nolan script or the reverse.
Yeah.
Is this in reference to another movie with him, or
No, I think he's saying that's what he's trying to do. Like he's trying to do Tarantino dialogue
Gotcha.
in a Nolan script, but he's trying to say it's not going to be smart like Nolan scripts and stuff.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. I have to agree. But I do like James Gunn, though. I've liked pretty much everything he's done. I haven't seen his Trauma stuff, but I do like the stuff that he's done.
I don't think I care anymore now.
That's so true. It's like so like
they had everything.
Mm-hmm.
And they gunned it down.
They squandered it. Too little, too late, guys.
I've got no excitement for Gunn's DC universe. I think I'll watch it when it comes out, but like how actors and actresses should not be running their mouths, he shot himself in the foot, no pun intended, by spilling all of his beans, even though maybe some of those beans will remain uncooked. I just everything we got, I'm not interested anymore. And some old tweets of his resurfaced this last week as well. Well, he said the Batman Begins was a garbage movie.
It is a garbage movie.
What?
It's the best of the trilogy, I would argue.
Still garbage, though. Amelia Bedelia, men are their finest between 30 and 50. Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
I'll agree with that, too.
I didn't like Jack Nicholson's portrayal as the Joker in Batman 89 either.
Wow.
Didn't connect with me, that film, at all.
Oh.
Don't get me wrong, love Batman, love the Bruce Wayne whole thing he had going on there, and I like the aesthetic of Gotham City, but I just didn't like the Joker being such an intrinsic part of Batman's origin story. It really missed the mark for me.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Okay, let me rephrase this then, okay? Are you coming from the perspective of a Batman, like you have knowledge? Exactly, okay.
Yeah.
So I don't have that knowledge, I don't read comics, but as just a film on its own, it's pretty good, Batman Begins. Would you agree or disagree?
It's okay.
At its moments, I like the trippy bit. That was all right.
Okay.
It was okay.
Yeah, I liked it.
Z, you available, mate? Excuse me.
Wolfsbane for $1.99 says Gunn's trying to do young Superman and old Luthor. No, I think he's trying to do something like Superman Year One.
Which I have to be honest, I didn't think Superman. Oh no, never mind. I'm sorry.
And on that bombshell, we'll move on.
Hmm.
The Dark Knight trilogy will return to selected theatres September 16 for Batman Day.
I didn't know there was a Batman Day until I saw
I
it.
didn't know there was a Batman Day.
Yeah, in Blighty, yeah, I saw all the films listed on the same day. Yeah, they're
Oh,
all there. So I assume that's
I,
America. So
I
yeah.
really don't understand the love for the Nolan trilogy at all. I think I've rewatched it once since I saw it in theatres, and it really doesn't engage me at all. Heath Ledger stole the show in The Dark Knight. There's no doubt about it. He was a brilliant Joker.
Yeah.
But Bale is so monotone and plankish. I
I
really didn't get
actually,
him at all.
yeah, I kind of as much. I love Christian Bale. He's my favorite actor, hands down.
Oh, good for you.
But he
Thinking
he
man
really
shot everybody.
doesn't
Moving on.
he doesn't shine through in any of the Nolan films as Batman or as Bruce Wayne. But I think this is more of a generational thing than it is a Batman thing. So a
Mm.
lot of people that just aren't hardcore into the lore or just Batman as a character or the comics or anything, they can appreciate these as just films for what they are. And even if you bring up like the comparison to say Tim Burton's Batman, it's you can see that there's a generational divide on what the perspective will be on either of those films. So I get what you're saying. I personally like this trilogy a lot, but I'm coming from a very different perspective. That's
Catty.
why.
I like the Dark Knight trilogy. The last one is my least favorite. But
Average at best.
and I don't read Batman comic books as of right now because they're shit. But I used to read them a lot. We'll say like 5 or 6 years ago when they were pretty decent. I mean, I would see it just because I do like the first two very much. But if you know, plus there's they're running out of movies. It's gonna be running out of movies pretty
Yeah,
soon
they should
too.
show.
So
We said this last week and the week before and the week before. They should show old movies anyway.
they should
Because it's great to see, especially now with the modern projectors. Would be fantastic to watch films.
I for one would love to see a fully restored digital copy of Gone with the Wind on the big screen.
Yes,
I would see
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I would
I
see
agree.
that numerous times.
Yeah.
yeah.
I want to see a bunch of old movies on the big screen.
Weapons of Mass Destruction I'd want to watch. Mega Spider-Man at Mr. Brown Alliance. That's me. I wonder who the panel's favourite Batman and Bruce is.
I would say the animated series Justice League, Batman and Bruce, because they're just amazing. The character is played to perfection. I absolutely love him.
Yeah, are we only talking
Kevin
about...
Conroy just nails it. He's just got a really soft Bruce Wayne type of voice, but a really hard as nails Batman voice, and you really get that he understands the character in full.
I agree. If we're talking all Batmans, I agree with that 100%. If we're only talking live action, then I would have to say out of all of them, I would say Ben Affleck. I liked his Bruce Wayne.
Quite like him, yeah.
Yeah, I like his Bruce Wayne better than his Batman, but I did like his Batman.
Yeah.
So.
Vex?
If we're talking across all Batman media, I'm going to say the best Batman was in the Arkham series. Best Bruce Wayne. This is going to be a hot take, okay? Just because I have some love for this movie as a child. But I totally didn't mind George Clooney as Bruce Wayne.
Okay, well,
Okay, bombshell. I quite like Adam West, but then I grew up with Adam West.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. One more question. Vex, are you available?
Yes, Waylon Bucefus for another $1.99. Do y'all have a favorite Western? Yes.
Yes.
Catty?
Tombstone. I love
Vex?
that movie.
The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
That's a good one too.
Z? Star Wars, I assume.
Unforgiven.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
For me, I'm partial to John Wayne westerns,
Mhm.
but then again, I like some Clint Eastwood westerns. So I can't really say.
Right on. Yeah.
But between them, in fact, I can't even remember
Are you
because
gonna
I'm
ever?
old.
Are you gonna ever review a western actually as a movie? Because I would love to. I love westerns. Oh my goodness. I
Perhaps we should do
yeah.
something different. Z, I
Spaghetti
think this.
Saturdays.
Yeah.
Spaghetti Saturdays. Do spaghetti westerns on a Saturday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah.
That's very good. Z, this one's for you.
Amelia Bedelia said, Z,
Oh yes.
date me.
I don't think Uncle Owen would like it, but moving on.
We're in an open relationship and can see whoever we choose.
Oh, you're in then. Lucky bastard. Okay, let's move on then. Let's move on. Ugh.
I thought it was called the Darkhold Diaries now.
That,
Well,
yeah.
that's what it's called today. It'll be called something different tomorrow.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Darkhold Diaries is really dumb.
Right. Right.
Sounds like an emo girl's kind of like
That's
teen
what-
adventures. Like,
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was like some teenage, TV show for 14-year-old girls. I was like, this is so stupid.
Quickly, if I may. Sorry, Z. Sorry to interrupt. Not Brian. Brown reviewed a Best Western on TripAdvisor. So, thinking man's joke, everybody. Thank you, Brian. Z, I rudely interrupted.
I don't know, but I was going to say something, but I was completely sidetracked.
Okay, Vex.
Okay, 2 questions. 1, was anyone looking forward to this? And 2,
Nope.
what was the importance of Agatha?
Because everybody, because the gays loved her. That's
No, but
why.
has she showed? I could have sworn she might have showed up in like a Doctor Strange movie. Am I mistaken?
Nope. Nope. She didn't show up. She was just in.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, she was just in
Love me
WandaVision.
deeply.
That's it.
It's called The Adventures of Witchy Bollocks.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I mean, what she tried to do was find out why Wanda had taken over a town, enslaved all its people, and where she got her power from.
Right.
And in exchange for that, Wanda turned her into a prisoner of her own mind.
yeah, it was stupid.
It was dumb.
And no one's and anybody that's looking forward to this, it's all because they're all like, "Oh,
Utter
Wiccan is coming to the MCU," and it's like Wiccan's a terrible fucking character. I'm sorry.
Who's Wiccan?
It's Wanda's son. It's one of her sons. She has Wiccan and
Her
Speedy.
imaginary sons.
Yes,
Oh.
and from what I've seen from Scoopers, it sounds like it's gonna be stupid.
MGK4. Agatha, Witches of Menopause. I will say menopause is no joking matter.
Isn't it People Pause now?
That's a thinking man's joke, everybody. Well done, Matt Katz. We just don't give a shit, do we, about
Yeah,
this?
and it's gonna lead nowhere. The only reason they're doing this is to bring that Wiccan character to the MCU, and I'm like, there's way better ways to do that, and this is not it.
They shouldn't have killed Tony Stark. That's it.
That's true. They shouldn't have
Got
killed
rid
She
of Iron
shouldn't
Man.
have killed
That's it.
Sparky too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody sides with a dog killer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Mhm.
Moving on. A 1982 themed Loki takeover. As I said, slow news week. A takeover of McDonald's is happening today at Brooklyn 6620 Park Bay. The as featured in meal is at the 1982 price of $2. Nearly said real money then. $2.54. Wow.
I bet you they get robbed and the guys get away with it. I bet you. They get robbed.
Do you think the customers will be looting the?
It's in Brooklyn.
It's in Brooklyn. Yeah.
It's a cesspool there. They're going to get robbed, and they're not even going to give them the 254. They're just going to get robbed, and they're going to take their Big Mac and drink their milkshake.
When is Loki out? Is it in a few months?
It's January, isn't
Or has
it?
it been put back?
If it hasn't been pushed back, I thought it was, what was it, October? Let's look. Hold on.
October the 6th.
Yeah. Yeah, so, but, yeah, I mean, I'm not looking forward to that either. It's going to be shit. Like,
Loki, probably one of the best characters, Avex.
Especially when he delivers that quivering whim.
Quim.
There we go. That was a nice touch. But even then, they really nerfed his character as even just the original kind of phase 2, phase 3 movies went on. I didn't bother watching Loki because I like the movies. I'm not invested enough to spend hours upon hours watching Disney Plus content, right? But
yeah, and you're better for it.
Just review it. You'll make money from it. Here you go. Peter Pidrak, 30 minutes behind. But yes, it's a Stargate.
It is a Stargate.
Z, you available, my friend?
Garth Knight for $4.99 says, Z, did Uncle Owen program your seductive voice language via aftermarket upgrades?
Nice.
No, he picked them up on a very specific area of the Jowanet.
Nice.
Very good.
I will be interested in this Loki to see how they navigate the Jonathan Majors situation. Like, it's so good that they're just like not firing, but they're like, well, we can't fire him, but we might have to. It's so good. It's so good.
I thought they agreed to keep him on. Like they didn't do anything.
Well,
they have to. Well, I think they're waiting to see what happens because nothing has been like officially done as far as the court's gone. Like he hasn't.
Shall we, if I may, shall we say innocent till proven guilty?
Absolutely. I mean, I look at this as just like Johnny Depp. I sided with Amber Heard off the bat, and then
What?
Like, yeah, well, because
You what?
I did when it first came out. She was like, "Oh, I'm donating all
shall we
my
boot
money."
Matt Cat off the stream,
No,
everybody?
no,
Yes?
I'm not the
Yes.
only one
End
because
from now.
there was nothing out there in terms of like information. It was just she had come. They got a divorce, and she had come out and said she was giving all the money to charity. And I was like, "Oh, good for her. She's not a gold digger and everything." And then come to find out, she's a horrible person and she's a
Stop
liar.
digging, fella. Look. Bin,
And I you stop
Yes.
it. I changed my mind because and in fairness, Johnny Depp was not speaking out either. You all
Come on,
suck
this-
it, all right?
This does come off the back of the whole Harvey Weinstein incident, and
triggered.
everybody was erring on the path of believe all women, and that was a thing. But it's only when the truth come out later that everybody went, oh no.
Wait, Matt.
What's up?
You believed Amber Heard when two very specific things. A, he was with a woman for 14
legal reasons.
years.
Be careful.
Yeah. He was with a woman for 14 years.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. Even when Amber Heard broke up that relationship, nothing. Right?
Yeah.
And two, this man was in a relationship with Kate Moss at the height of both of their drug problems, and there wasn't a bruise on either of them.
Yeah, and in a relationship with drugs as well. Kat, are you available, mate?
Absolutely, yeah.
Before I boot you off the stream, by the way.
Princess Fiona, love Princess Fiona. For $2, can't even get what is that? Salmonella, thank you. At Mickey D's for $2.54 now. That's so true. Don't eat McDonald's anyways. It's all garbage. It's not good at all. It's not good for you.
I don't know. The vegan burger is pretty good, to be fair.
Yeah, but what's in that vegan burger? I'll tell you right now, it's nothing good.
Flies.
Yeah, it's nothing good.
Floor sweepings.
Make
cockroaches.
your own meals.
Yum yum.
Yeah, make your own meals at home. It'll take you a little bit longer, but cutting up the potatoes. But I promise your French fries
says
will
the
be...
chef.
I am not a chef.
Your wife is a good cook.
Yeah, I make her do all the cooking.
You bastard.
Hey, she's sitting pretty up in this house. She's fine.
Okay, let's move on. Ironheart and Daredevil, Born Again. have been removed from Marvel Studios' release calendar. They currently have no release dates.
I
Yeah.
completely forgot these were even happening.
I hope they don't happen. But
Yeah, I hope they don't happen. They've probably been delayed because of the SAG-AFTRA strikes.
Yeah.
But does anybody really want a Ray Williams series?
No. Go
it's
ahead.
the Daredevil one.
Well, I wanted a Daredevil Born Again series, and
Yeah.
until
Yeah,
I
but like a
actually
real
realised that
one.
most of the characters in it are dead already.
So it's a good thing it's not going to be made, hopefully.
It is, and She-Hulk then went and humiliated the character. So no, I've got no interest in
What
Daredevil
a
either.
shame.
Yeah, and Ironheart, Riri Williams, I only read 8 of those comic books and then I bailed. What a terrible fucking character. The comic books what I read was just absolutely garbage, and I'm all like, how could anybody like this shit? It's so bad. And that whole Marvel Now where they try to get diverse and inclusive, they were bad all the way around. All those characters sucked balls. So I don't understand why they would want to do this in the Marvel universe. I feel like Kevin Feige, they were like, you get all these people on Twitter or X that were all like, oh, Marvel.
No, it's Twitter.
Yeah, the MCU isn't diverse enough. And then so he's like, oh, we'll go with the Marvel Now era. And I'm all like, why? They weren't good. It was bad writing and it didn't sell. What makes you think it's going to be good on screen? And case in point, it's not doing well.
And relax. Ironheart is the replacement for Tony Stark. Vex, go.
I don't give a shit.
And you shouldn't.
I don't give a shit.
She stole the technology to make her suit. So, I mean, and that's a little racist, because what are you trying to say, huh?
Wait, is Ironheart black?
She is black, yeah. Yeah.
I love when progressivism gets to the point of regressivism.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying that part of this culture.
And she's the bestest ever, don't forget.
She is, yeah. It sucks.
Vex, you available?
I am.
Please.
Waylon Bicephus for another $1.99. Get this white knight out of here.
I am not a white knight. I just you listen right now.
Oh, just to throw a third point in there, if
Throw
we're
a
just
third-
backtracking
You
a
go
little
for
bit.
it.
Amber Heard was in a domestic dispute with a former ex-girlfriend before she got involved with
Well,
Johnny
I didn't
Depp.
know all
What a
this stuff.
surprise.
Well, you listen here. I didn't know all this stuff. So back off, all right?
Here you go, folks. We need to get T-shirts done of this.
Oh my god, yeah.
Channel favourite, Velma Dinklage in the chat. Iron Thief.
Well, they've retconned it now. They've tried to so it doesn't look so racist. But it's
Velma, could you send me a email? We need to get them T-shirts produced. They're
Yeah,
fantastic.
this is the best thumbnail ever.
It is. That is the best. Here you go, Bishop Moore. Hello, Bishop. ESG money is running out.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah, I'm glad on that, because if I see another MCU girl genius, I'm going to shoot myself. I mean, it was all right when we had Shuri. That was fine. I quite liked the character and
Right.
I enjoyed her interactions. But then we got Ray Williams, who's another girl genius who can reverse engineer Stark tech. And now we got Cassie
Thief.
Lang, who's a girl genius who can
God.
engineer quantum tech. Just
Right.
fuck off with all the girl
Is
geniuses.
she the one
I'm
who said
sick
you were a
of them.
knobhead or something?
No, she says you stop
Don't-
being a dick.
Yeah, don't be a
Don't be a
dick.
dick.
She fought for the homeless. How can you be against that? And she's pro-communism. Come on, Z.
Moving on. I think Disney are getting desperate. WandaVision
Well,
is
and-
being released on 4K
Is it bad that I'm
on November 28th. Bonus extras and concept art cards are included. I'm rushing out and ordering now. Catty, go.
Well, I was just gonna say I am for this for physical media because I got rid of all my DVDs like like 6 or some odd years ago, and
What?
I wish I had, and I regret it 100%. I just gave him to a friend. But I'm
What?
I'm all for physical media, so I'm
Yes.
even though this show is shit, I do want people to physically have content that they do like. So I am pro this, and we need more of this. But this show sucks balls. It's not good at all.
Vex?
I don't care. Why weren't you doing this after WandaVision premiered in the first
That's a good
place?
point,
Well,
Like,
too.
there is a reason. We'll get to that in a minute.
yeah, but it's just the because I think there's a couple other things that they're releasing on. I think Loki is coming too on.
Yes.
So they're doing this with
Loki's
quite a-
coming.
Mm.
Moving on quickly.
But yeah, it's clear that they're pretty desperate for money and they're just trying to rake it in however they can. But this is overdue.
Agreed. Yeah. Because they're not making any money on streaming, so now they're going back to the old-fashioned ways, aren't they?
Hmm.
Z, any thoughts?
Only things that have been said already. I appreciate the sentiment of people who want it on physical media, but does anybody really want this series?
This is
First-
the only one that people actually like. I
The
think.
first 2 episodes were,
First 2 episodes absolutely spot on. They're brilliant. I loved
Yeah.
them.
and then
and
it just
it
went
went
down the shitter.
Downhill from there.
Subverted.
Mhm.
It's a stream killer.
I thought we had to be quick. That's why I said quickly.
Here you go, folks. Oh, chat moved up, sorry. Oh, yes. Quimming. Moving on. Let's move on then. So, it's nice in principle, but release something that's decent, you know. Anyway. Physical media, everybody. Physical media. Once you've bought it, they can't take it away from you or alter it, blah, 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 all that shit.
Mhm.
This was released this week, and I tried to go see it, but I'm lazy and I didn't end up going to see it. The Equalizer 3 opens with, is that 60.6
Yep.
million worldwide? The biggest launch for the franchise. Nobody's watched it, have they?
I actually watched the first Equalizer film a couple days ago. I quite enjoyed it. I
It's not
had
bad.
problems, but it's an enjoyable action thriller. Everyone told me don't watch the second one though. So
I quite like the second one. It was all right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Okay, so I haven't seen the second, but I like Denzel Washington. I like that people are supporting this kind of film as well. It's already outpaced Blue Beetle with that opening weekend.
Wouldn't be easy.
Yeah.
Easier.
But Blue Beetle was so diverse and inclusive.
Oh, shut up with that, you. I'm happy that it's made this. This is good. I got no problems with this.
Z, is this up your street?
No, I haven't watched the first one. Second one, I won't be watching the third one. I was a fan of the TV series, but
Same here.
you know, it's something I don't want to pick up again.
With Queen Latifah?
God, that was garbage.
No, with
Oh.
Edward Woodward.
Okay. I'm
Ewa
sorry.
woo woo.
I haven't seen that one, but you confused me. I was like, no, you didn't. I was, I
Here you
God,
go,
no.
folks. Smilex in the chat. I saw Equalizer 3 on Wednesday. It was fine.
Yeah, I think I saw. I don't know if you guys mentioned it. Sorry, I stepped out. But I think Voice of Reason
Yes.
did a review on it that was pretty good.
Yes.
I would like to see this movie though. I like the first one, and the second one was okay. But I'm excited to see this woman.
Yeah.
I love Denzel Washington. He's great.
Apparently, Act 1 and 2 are okay, pretty good. Third act apparently needed a little bit more action, but still good, apparently.
Okay.
So I'm kind of getting the feeling that if you're in, it's worth your while, I feel.
Okay.
Or am I sticking my neck out?
Is it a good action? Like, is it action worth seeing on the big screen? That's my only kind of driving point.
Well, there's no other action films out. And it's Denzel. He's pretty good. He's always good, isn't
him
he?
a lot. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
great.
Right, okay. I'm going to try and go watch it at some point. Okay. I think this one's a little bit of a sidestep.
Yeah.
who's this girl? Is it Dakota
Fanning.
Fanny?
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. No, but it's the first one.
Reunited after 19 years. I think was it Man on Fire on the left, and then
Yes, it
obviously,
is.
yeah,
Yep. Good movie.
Yeah, very
So-
good movie. Yeah.
yeah. I've not seen Man on Fire.
It's
Oh,
worth
you
it.
should. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Is she in
there you go.
Equalizer 3, Dakota Fanning?
She
Yes,
is.
all grown up now. Yes, Smilex. I liked her in. Yeah, I did as well. Good, yeah.
She's a great child actress. Fantastic child actress.
I
Yeah.
agree.
MGU Kids for 1. Yeah,
She's gorgeous now. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
chat's going. Yeah, 1.
Oh wait, one is good. One is good.
Yes.
Oh, okay,
Mhm.
gotcha. Okay.
Obviously to the adults.
I thought
Princess
it
Fiona.
was 1 out of 10, so a 10 is good. But
Oh.
I'm sorry.
You will be. Man on Fire is great. I think. Have I seen it? I can't remember.
Came out in 2005, I think it was, or 2006.
Probably one of them films that I've never really. I've kind of
Yeah.
started watching or seen bits.
Yeah, you'd remember if you
Was
saw
that Tony
it.
Scott directed?
No, wasn't that oh shit, what's his name?
I'm not
never
sure.
mind.
So
Was
here
it
you
was
go.
it David Ayer?
Thank you,
Was it David
Iceman.
Ayer?
Thank you. Yeah,
Oh, okay, it's Tony Scott.
yeah.
I
I'm
take
gonna
it
have to
back.
watch it. I've decided. Yeah, I think homework for everybody: Man on Fire this week or Equalizer.
Yeah, it's really
Denzel.
good.
Yeah, it's Denzel, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shall we move on then?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Slow news week, everybody.
It is a a slow news week.
The Taylor Swift tour movie. Get this. This is just a movie of the tour. 37 million in 24 hours of pre-sales overall. Second highest pre-sales of all time behind Avengers Endgame.
The opening weekend for this is predicted to be $70 million right now.
This is because all her fans are so stupid. They thought they were buying concert tickets.
I wouldn't be surprised about that because there is literally a no refund situation going on. So you can't
Really?
you can't change your time because they added new times because they got so many people to buy it. But you can't change your times. You can't, like, if you buy the popcorn bucket and the soda drink cup, you get that shit and you can't have any refunds on any of it. Like, as soon as you buy it, it's done and over with, and you purchased your stuff. So, but can I just say, even though I'm going to, I do not understand why people love Taylor Swift so much. I find her so overrated. Like, I like some of her songs, but I'll tell you right now, she's like okay, like she's talented, obviously, but I just don't understand the hype around it. I watched some clips online of her concert, and I'm all like, I've seen better concerts than this bullshit. I just don't understand the hype around her. That's my whole thing. I'm just
If I may provide some context.
You may.
do
Okay. I am not a Taylor Swift fan. In fact, I didn't like her music until I went through a particularly painful breakup about 4 years ago now. And then
You
I
hate it
started
now.
listening to Taylor Swift music.
Shit, it must have been bad. Jesus. What?
But you know what it is even though she's like 34 now or something like that.
Lives in Britain apparently now.
Oh, because she was dating a Brit for
Yeah,
for
she
a
lives
while.
in. I think she lives in North London somewhere.
Yeah.
Moving on.
It's just the lyrics, I think, are relatable enough to literally every teenage girl who's going through hormones and has a boy that they like that doesn't look at them and all that stuff.
Or are they them?
Yeah, and the lyrics are heavily romanticized as well. And on top of that, it's just a very generic tune that it ends up just working with her vocals. So it's kind of just like the vanilla ice cream of music that just appeals to most women.
Right on.
Vanilla ice cream, not ice. Vanilla
Did
ice
you
cream.
listen to her folklore album?
No, I think I listened to one album on repeat, and it was It was the one where
Gotcha.
she had a bunch of songs about Alexander Skarsgård. I can't
Oh, right
remember
on.
which album
Well, her
it was.
folklore album sucks. It's shit, pure shit. Anybody that likes that album, I'm like, oh, you have a character flaw. And this new one is not very good either. It's just the same song over and over
Vision
again.
more in the chats. Mr. Brown, the Swift Stalker.
Plus, have you guys ever been to one of these movie concerts?
No.
I've only been to one. I went to the Michael Jackson one. They are so not fun at all. Like, I don't mind. I like going to concerts and stuff, even though I don't like that many people around me. But it's not fun at all. It's so weird. You get people dancing around like they're at a concert, and you're just like, what is going on here? This is ridiculous. And it's a complete waste of money. Like, I'm just like, I'd rather pay the extra $300 to go see this person like in real life.
No, you're in too much. Here you
No,
go,
no, I mean,
common people, shake it off, shake it off. I cry every time. For
She's
different reasons.
her like I can understand why people are paying to see this because
Yes.
the ticket prices for her concerts are absolutely
oh
ridiculous.
my god, right? Yeah, it's like $300 for
just the basic
Get
basic
out of town.
yeah, it's insane.
What?
and it sells out within hours. Like if you
So
miss
much.
that open window, it's done. Like you're not
Yeah.
getting another chance.
Can I just real quick? I have a niece. I think either she's already gone or she's going for her second time to this concert, the new North America one, and I'm just like, I told my sister because the last time all 3 of her daughters went and her husband, and I'm like, how, and a couple of friends, I'm like, how can you guys afford this shit? I'm like, this is not worth it for me personally, but I'm just like,
Right.
it's so much money for something that's I don't think is going to be that great.
Okay, I will say Taylor Swift, very, very talented.
She's
I
this
think
generation's Sheryl Crow.
I think her producers are pretty talented as well. I can't believe. Here we go, Drew Gordon. That was nearly a decade ago. Shake it off. Oh,
I
It was, yeah.
It is a catchy
Shit.
tune. It's a catchy tune.
It's not a catchy tune.
No, what? Oh man, I dance with that with my kids all the time.
Kat, are you available, mate?
Absolutely. From Garth Knight, $4.99. Catty cried during the Man in the Mirror, no doubt. I do love that. I do love that song, but I did not cry. I just kept waiting for his nose to fall off during that.
Oh, you
movie.
rotten bastard.
But it didn't. It did not.
The documentary, the documentary film they put out of Michael Jackson. I actually went to the theater to watch that,
Yeah,
and it was really good.
it is a good documentary. Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel. Yeah. Can I? So, did you guys know that Taylor Swift is directing a movie that she wrote?
What's it about?
They're keeping it under wraps, and
Is that what it's called?
no, but they're keeping the plot under wraps. And I think Meg Ryan is in it.
Oh, it's a breakup movie then. There you
Right,
go.
okay, let's move on then.
Well, I was just like, okay, Taylor Swift
move
is
on.
a terrible actress. If she's in the movie, it's going to
She
be
was in
bad.
Cats, wasn't she?
Yeah,
As
it
a
was.
pussy.
Yeah,
Okay.
it sucked. It sucked.
We've got a top 9 of highest grossing movies this year. So we'll start at the bottom.
Elemental.
478. You saw that one, didn't you, Catty?
I did. I took my kids. We went and seen it. It's okay. I mean, it's not. It's not as bad as Buzz Lightyear. But,
Dead Reckoning, what was that? Was that a horror?
wasn't that Mission
Mission
Impossible?
Impossible.
So it was a horror. Okay. 554. Oh, that's disappointing, isn't it? For
It
Tom?
is. Yeah, it sucks, man.
Bad timing for that, Tom. Sorry, mate. I did my best for you. What? Little Mermaid, 562.
It's still a flop. It's still a flop.
They really made sure to keep that in theaters as long as possible. I remember when I went to go see not Blue Beetle. What came out right before Blue Beetle?
Flash.
Yeah, Flash. They were
Yeah.
still playing The Little Mermaid at my theater.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a flop.
Sorry, folks. I can't stop huffing and puffing. It's like, okay. Number 6, Across the Spider-Verse, 687.
These are all $1 million, by the way.
Not not pounds.
Yes.
Yes.
Anybody see Across the Spider-Verse?
I did,
didn't.
yeah. It was good. It was good. I liked it. It was too long, and I'll tell you right now, it got way too like adult. You know, because I took my kids to see it because they loved the first one, and this one I was like, there's too many like things you guys are trying to say to adults here that children are not getting, and it was too long. Like, we had about 45 minutes left, and my kids were like, "Is it almost over?" And I'm like, "I don't think so, you guys." I'm like, "Yeah, this is fucking long."
Well, you said that to your kids. This is fucking long.
I mean, probably. I do swear an awful lot in front of them.
Shut your mouth,
sad.
you little snuts, and eat your bloody popcorn, or I'll smack
It
you
is.
across
It
the
is
head.
funny when they swear back at me. Like what did I say today? I said something like
No C words.
Yeah, I said something. No, I know, God. But I just said, I'm like, come on, you little fuckers. And my daughter goes, Dad, you can't say fuckers. And I was like, no, you can't say fuckers. And I was like, and don't let your mom hear you, or she's gonna be mad at me. And I'm trying to get some tonight.
Christ. Iceman, let's get back on track. 200 million of Little Mermaid box office. Is Disney buying the tickets themselves?
I wouldn't be
surprise
surprised.
Me,
Yeah,
Probably, yeah.
That's bad as that, isn't it? Number 5, Fast 10.
I haven't seen those since the third one. But
I haven't seen any of them.
Not worth the time at all.
Yeah.
Pretty
I've
generic
binge-watched
films.
a lot in a week, from Fast and the Furious through to Fast 10.
And were they any
They're-
good?
They're all the same movie.
Right.
They just redressed it, but it's the same movie, every single one of them, with the exception of Tokyo Drift, which was probably the best.
That was my
Yeah, that's the
favorite
best
one.
one.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was
You
my
go,
favorite.
Sophie, now listen.
I do say that, like,
You
my
should get a
wife.
t-shirt with that on.
Oh man, my wife gets so mad at me. I remember the very first time that my daughter swore.
The only one.
I can't do it because it's a visual thing. But my wife gave me the look of death, and she's all like that because my daughter, when I get mad, I go, God damn it, I'm so angry right now. And my daughter was just like, God damn it, I'm so mad right now. And my wife goes, that's you. And I was like, what are you talking about? I've never sworn ever in my life. And now I can't, I'm trying to stop so hard, but they just keep copying me. And I'm like, you guys, you're making me look like an asshole in front of your mom. Stop it.
Listen. Number 4, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. 844M.
That movie should have done better, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good considering Disney's track record, in all honesty.
And for a Guardians of the Galaxy movie, they all, none of them have reached $1 billion, but I really liked that movie. And, it wasn't, like the rest of the Marvel fare. So I just felt like it would have been nice if that got a little bit better. But
That's fair.
Here you go, Dan the Ham. Yes, lovely movie.
yeah.
Not seen it yet, but is it a lovely movie?
Yeah,
It looks like it.
it was good. Had a good
It was
bad
okay.
guy, I took my...
Open.
Go ahead, sorry.
You took your what?
I took my son to see that movie. He was very traumatized when they. I can't spoil it for you, Brian. But
It's been out for months.
Brian?
Come
Okay.
on.
I mean, sorry, Brown. They when they take off his face. And he's all like, my son goes like, he ripped his face off, and I'm like, ah, shit. And my wife was all like, I think this is a little too much for our child to be seeing, our 5-year-old. And I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't know they were gonna rip his face off.
Number 3, Oppenheimer.
Still haven't seen it.
851 and counting.
Gonna hit $1 billion real soon.
God, I
I
hope
do.
so.
Yeah, it's
I
gonna.
hope so.
Yeah, we all enjoyed that. Who saw it? Yes.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Worth it, folks. Go see it before it finishes. Worth 3 hours. Super Mario Bros. Movie. What's that say? Z? How much is that?
That says 1.35 billion.
Was it decent? It was, wasn't it?
I love that movie.
I still haven't
Okay.
seen it.
And number one, what a surprise. Barbie. Do you want to do the thing again, Z? Or are we moving on from that?
1,
Oh, no. Push your headphones away.
3, 6 billion.
Okay, let's move on. Kind of a sidestep. Obviously, the figures have changed now. Oppenheimer joins the top 5 highest ranking movies. Sorry, highest grossing restricted rated movies. I think it's number 2 now, isn't it?
It is
It
number
would be,
2,
yeah.
closing in on Joker.
Mhm.
It
Yeah.
might end up being the number 1 R-rated movie at this rate.
Yeah, so we got Matrix Reloaded. That was was that the second one?
Yes.
Then it's Deadpool,
Hmm.
which is a decent movie. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I love that movie.
Deadpool 2, which was still okay,
Yeah, I love that movie.
and Joker.
Yeah,
Pretty good movie.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
Is there a movie you don't love?
I mean the good ones, but those 3, I love those. I don't love The Matrix Reloaded. If that makes you
Sorry,
feel
you just
better.
kept saying I love that movie. I'm just
I
like,
do. I do love both the Deadpool movies. They're so much fun and they make me laugh every time.
Catty, you're popular tonight, my friend.
Yay! Okay, Garth Knight for $4.99. Catty, what would your mom say to Sabine for skipping out on the rebellion celebration? Oh, I know okay, she would go, listen, you made a commitment and you left in the middle. What kind of nonsense is that? You're making me look bad. And that's what she would say. She would make it about herself. I raised you better than that.
Vex, I think this one's for you. I think you've this one's for you.
okay. Common people for £10, not real money, folks.
It is real money.
No, it's weight.
Apparently, it used to be anyway.
I want Vex and Matt to adopt me. Brown can be the overly touchy uncle, and
What?
Z can be the toy I hide under my bed.
Yeah, call me daddy. I like it.
I have 3 different vibration speeds.
I think we should move on. And obviously, yes, well spotted. There's some inflation factor, I assume. And yes, Garth, same here, mate. Yeah. Reloaded is a guilty pleasure, yes.
I've only seen the first Matrix. I haven't seen the other 2.
Yeah, the other 3, don't watch them.
Okay, gotcha.
Well, Reloaded isn't bad. It's just it gave you like hope that the next, because I don't think it's that
It's
great.
the third one, which was the dog pooer.
Yeah, and it was just like Reloaded. It was like, okay, I can see where there might be some good things going on, and then the
Yeah,
third one just
really-
lets you down so hard that
I'm
you're just
really
like.
fond of Reloaded. But
And then
anyway.
the fourth one is just pure shit.
Turned it
my
off after
God.
25
Oh,
minutes.
It's terrible.
Okay, so this is going to get Oppenheimer over the finishing line, isn't it? Oppenheimer is eyeing 35 to 45 million 5-day opening weekend in China.
China.
China. Mm.
Yeah, China. It's going to do
Sounds
well,
exotic.
isn't it?
Oh yes, 100%. They love him over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not so much in Japan.
He's not very big in Japan, is he? You see what I did there?
Yeah, which
What?
I don't understand that whole. Get over it. I'm sorry. You lost, okay? You lost. You lost. We won. Move along, okay?
Is it too soon?
No, it's not too soon.
Are you
I
are you
have
telling
friend-
people to get over a bombing of their country?
That's exactly what I have a guy that I work with that he's like, I can't go see that movie because, and he's Japanese American, if you will, but he's like 15th generation, and I'm all like, oh, get the fuck over yourself. It happened to what, your great-great-great-grandmother? Get the hell out of here with that nonsense. I can't see it for reasons.
Matt Katz doing his best for Japanese diplomacy. You're welcome.
Get over
Vex,
it. Slavery was so long ago.
Yeah, that's...
Vex, you available, please? I don't know
Yes,
if I've
I
done this. I
am.
don't think we have.
Waylon Bocephus for $1.99. The women on Ahsoka need some BBLs. No, they just need a better costume designer. That's all. Those costumes are doing no favors to anyone.
That is true, yeah.
Okay, so Oppenheimer, everybody. I keep saying it every week. If you've not seen it, it's worth 3 hours of your time.
It really is worth the price of admission. Like, I can
I-
guarantee you won't. It's not that
Go
you'll be
see
bored.
it.
It might not be your cup of tea, but like you won't be bored at all.
Yeah, I hope it's still in the theaters because my kids start school on Tuesday, and I do want to go see it, but I can't leave the house and leave them here by
Yeah,
themselves.
I think they're going to keep running it while people are watching it. They're going to keep running it.
Yeah,
Right.
I think so too.
Yeah. David Ayer says Suicide Squad broke me. That handed me my ass. Hollywood, I tell people, is like watching someone you love get by someone you hate. It's like we're going to turn David Ayer's dark, soulful movie into a comedy now.
Speaking of getting over things, dude, get over it.
Yeah,
This was
yeah.
over 10 years ago. This movie came out. I know that there was a
10?
lot of. Yeah, this came out in. Didn't
Shit.
this come out in like 2015?
I'm not
Almost 10 years
sure,
ago?
but I'm looking it up as we speak.
Okay.
Never seen it.
Yeah, it came out in 2016. Yeah.
There we go. Almost. So we're pushing 10 years now, right? This is just a matter of, oh, I want to stay relevant, so I'm going to start bitching about things, right? I know that there was a lot of studio interference for this movie as well, because even at the time, I remember there was X, Y, and Z things that were changed that he didn't want. But I kind of empathize with the other point he makes, though, about Hollywood, because a lot of actors in recent years have been coming out and saying that it is a really toxic monster of a machine that really is just soul sucking. But dude, get fucking over it. Stop being a pussy. It happened. Just own up to it and be done with it.
Yeah, I agree also, but I do also think that because he says it's all done, his director's cut, so a small piece of me says, you need content for that stupid Max channel. I say, why not? But at the same time, I do agree with you. David Ayer, it's like lately he's just been going on, tweet after tweet about how like, they did me wrong. It's like, okay, join the fucking club.
That's life, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah.
Ego, I do like it when new people appear. Joke of all butts. I sort of liked the dressing scene. Those boobs were pretty.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, let's move on. I'm sure the Ayer cut will get released when Warners need the money. Okay, Netflix has agreed to pay creatives in Germany additional royalties based on the number of streams made by the series on the platform. Yet in the US, Netflix and other studios still refuse to give proper streaming residuals to actors and writers. Rennie, what's her name? What's the Snow White girl?
Rachel Zegler.
Zegler, yes. She should move to Germany, obviously.
Yes.
What do you think, guys? Germany ahead of the curve?
I mean,
Yeah, I work a job where I get paid money.
A flat rate, yeah.
I don't expect like 3 months later to say, what about all that work I did for you in June? I should be getting some more money for that.
right. And I
But,
want to
but
be
these guys want handouts for the rest of their life. You got paid for your job.
right. Yeah, you're so right. And if you look at the stuff on Netflix, like Dark or Valhalla, is that what that's called? those shows are 10 times better than the bullshit like The Witcher or Blood Origin. So you want to tell me that you want me to pay US writers and actors for putting out bullshit when the German people are obviously putting out better, well-made content than you are? Get the fuck out of here. You want to get paid? Start making content that's worthy of the paycheck that you get. Because right now I think that you got overpaid. So fuck you, assholes.
Say it. Say it.
Yeah, girl, snap.
Common people, you got paid for your job. Get over it.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's another thing. I can't remember. I think it was Jack Nicholson that said it, but don't quote me on this. He said you make the best deal at the time that you can. And I'm sorry, you got paid for the script that you wrote. If you didn't negotiate a better contract, that's on you and your people. Hire better people, and next time try to learn how to fucking negotiate better. But other than that, I just don't feel sorry for you. So boo fucking who.
Here you go, folks. Another new face. I love the new faces. Tiberium.
They do.
1033 too. The Germans make good shows, movies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so far.
You'll have a gas.
Yeah, so far what I've watched, like I said, that was. I finally got it. I finally got it. That was good. That was good.
No, that's an official yellow card to Vex.
That was good. That was good.
Here you go, Drew Gordon. Yeah, Robert Meyer Burnett says the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it? You get what you negotiate.
Yeah. And like I said, Dark is such a good show. I loved that show from front to end. And then
top 5 best things Netflix has ever done is
absolutely, yeah. I love that show. And then that Valhalla show, I only watched season 1, but it was what I watched was really good. So like I said, you put out good shit and I think you should get paid for it. You don't, and move along.
You go, Jamalama, yeah, agreed. Das Boot is das shit. It is.
Full Vex, yeah.
That's coming later. Because there's another topic on here that I'm just waiting on.
Okay,
and that's all we've got for tonight, folks.
And on that bombshell, goodbye, everybody. Okay, we'll move on, yeah. This is to do with the strike stuff going on still. Central casting, I can't remember if we did this last week, I just can't remember, but the date says we didn't. Central casting, one of the biggest websites used by background actors to get work, now requires users to sign away their likeness to be used in any medium without permission. If users don't sign this, they can't apply for any jobs on the websites.
I remember a couple months ago, we were discussing how long it would be until they required actors to sign away their likeness. We've come full circle now, which is interesting. Again, this is no surprise at all. This was going to come. This is one of the unfortunate side effects of modernity and digitizing everything. So,
do you do you own the copyrights on your likeness? Because ultimately that's what it is.
I think so.
I don't think anybody wants my likeness on anything. But
oh, stop it! You're beautiful.
I wasn't fishing for compliments there, but thank you.
No, I've seen your face. You're cute. I put it to you.
If only you could travel this continent as well, right?
Oh no, we're both married. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not a home wrecker.
I'm joking.
I know you are.
But
plus, I don't look like Chris Pratt at all. So
it's I don't know. Do we have to? Is it?
Well,
let me think.
Stars. Okay.
Well, while
so
you're
thinking,
stars,
they have to sign an agreement to make stuff like action figures in their likeness. So why is it that somebody that comes on set and they're an extra, why do they have to sign away their likeness so you can put them as an extra in a movie?
Never get work again.
Yeah, but Jennifer Lawrence.
That's what it boils down to. Yeah.
Yeah, but Jennifer Lawrence, she has to sign a contract, and you can't even make a Mystique figure because it kind of might look like her.
Well, you get what you negotiate. Tai Fung, Vex blow up doll, take my money.
Getting ideas now.
Forget
I'll
the
buy one.
plushie. Yeah, the channel, the YouTuber plushies or so last year. I think the blow up dolls are
Blow up
the.
dolls, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Z. So where do you stand with copyright? Signing your copyright on your face away. What do you think?
Well, this is one of the things about the strike that I do agree with, is if they're signing up for a job as a background actor, that's their job as a background actor. You shouldn't be able to digitize them and then use them again as a background actor in something else and not pay them.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
If they appear in something, they should be paid for it. Not
Yeah.
every time it airs, but I mean, as a job. If Disney has an archive of, say, 50,000 different background actors, all digitized and ready to go, then
it's bad, isn't it?
who's earning from this? It's not the actors. It's the studio. You don't have to pay them.
Yeah.
So in a way, then this could kind of be, we're seeing the end of an era, kind of then for actors, if this becomes
Well,
the
certainly
norm.
extras. Yeah.
Yeah.
People just pay the bills. Well, we know Probby. He was an extra.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I've met quite a few people here in the Toronto area that make a living just signing on to be extras and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't want an AI extra. They look terrible. It's not good. You don't want it. You don't want it, guys.
They're literal NPCs. That we don't want those. We want people with life in them.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to take you really out of it if you see these individual models like intersecting vectors on each other in the background somewhere. It's just going to take you straight out.
I like it when they intersect vectors.
I bet you do. Here you go, Z. What do you reckon? Dan the Ham. I need a blow up. Sorry, I'll start again. I need a Z blow up doll. We all do, to be fair.
Yeah.
Nice.
Agreed.
Uncle Owen
6-speed
doesn't know.
blow up doll, hopefully.
Yeah, Uncle Owen doesn't though, does he? But anyway, okay.
I'm sorry, I'm just thinking of a blow up doll of myself. You know with that argument that if there was a clone of yourself, would you have sex with it? Yeah.
Would I fuck? Okay. Let's move on. Okay. SAG, was it SAG board voted to send strike authorization for the video game industry. So it's now gone into video games now, hasn't
Did you
it?
have a stroke reading that? What happened?
It felt like it.
Unanimously.
Yeah.
What do you think, Vex? It's moved into games now, hasn't it?
Oh, this was bound to happen. This was 100% bound to happen. It was a matter of time, and this will also be another reason why Western gaming is just going to be on a steady decline over the next decade.
Jesus.
This is, and it's also why indie gaming has risen up the way it is. It's why the Asian gaming market is dominating again in the West. Like, on top of all the crap we're already given in modern gaming, this is really just the final nail in the coffin. So,
is it that
not
bad?
surprised. One of the many problems with gaming, I would say specifically in the last, I'm going to say 6 to 7 years, is much like how Disney has got comfortable knowing that there will always be people that buy Disney product, like Star Wars, for example. These big publishers know that there's always going to be people that buy their product regardless. Call of Duty is a great example. Been putting out shite product for almost 15 years now, but still make billions of dollars every year with a new release because they know that there's a fan base that will stay there. Even a lot of the umbrellas under Sony, their gaming division, Naughty Dog, for example. Naughty Dog really hasn't done anything immensely good in, I would say, almost 10 years. But there's always people that will like go hardcore for anything Last of Us related. This was bound to happen. Bound to happen. And yeah, I have many comments on Western gaming. I think it's utter shite, but not for the reasons that some people are going on and on about on Twitter.
I bailed at Xbox 360. Was that a good time to bail? The games felt okay.
I think that's maybe like a second peak or a second golden era, but I mean
Yeah.
it's been far and few in between since that generation where I've played a
Really?
game and I felt wow. Like I think the only game I've played in the last 10 years that's really left a lasting impression that time and time again will get me in the feels is Red Dead Redemption 2.
Right.
So,
Catty, any thoughts? You a gamer?
I am not a gamer. This doesn't surprise me. Although I just have to say, gaming since the strike has gone on has blown up. So I just go, of course they would be like, hey, you guys need to strike with us and everything. But we'll see how this turns out. But it doesn't surprise me. I'm with Vex. It doesn't surprise me at all.
New face. I love the new faces. Anonymous bastard. Get 'em, Vex. Western AAA games are shite.
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Could you put that on a t-shirt? Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Say it, girl.
Z, any thoughts? And we'll
Well,
move
perhaps this will give them time enough that they can actually put out a release that isn't half finished and buggy to hell.
on.
Because that's what tends to happen, isn't it?
Yep.
You get the game on release day, and
Yeah, I was
either that day or later on that day or the very next morning, you got a 26 gigabyte update to
What?
download because they haven't
Yep.
finished the fucking thing.
Right.
Games are not on disc anymore.
They are. It's just the problem is they're so large and often like have an online component that's very central to the gameplay
Yeah.
that you'll have the release and then it will be like a patch. So before, like on the 360
All right.
PlayStation 3
So
era,
it's like
it
a
would
CD
be
key, essentially. Yeah.
basically, yeah. But like
Yeah.
the patch would be maybe a couple megabytes and it would
Yeah.
happen like almost immediately there because most of the data was on the actual disc. But
Yes.
now it's all over the cloud, and with everything they're putting in and adding in, it requires a lot more space.
Fuck.
So I think like I unfortunately fell for the ruse of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. When I bought it, it was 100 gigabytes to install. And with all the patches and updates it's gotten since
That was the reissue, the updated, wasn't it?
the not remade one.
Remastered, yeah.
COD 2
Not
Modern
remastered,
Warfare.
remade altogether.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. But now after all the updates and everything, and I still have one update that I refuse to put like update, it's sitting at 172 gigabytes right now on my
Shit.
console.
Here you go. Tiberium 1033-2. Once you could throw the good old days. Once you could throw a CD into the console and play. Now you have to download a 34 gigabyte patch before.
Yep.
Fuck.
I remember when games were only 16K and you only had 8 colours,
In black and white and no sound.
and 8 of those clashed.
Good old days. Pure gaming, though, wasn't it, back in the
Oh,
day?
yeah.
Okay, let's move on. Oh,
Still think this should have been in the get in the bin segment, but I understand why it isn't.
okay.
I agree.
Okay, what's going on here?
Okay, do you want me to give the summary here, Mr. Brown?
Yeah,
of
give the
what's
summary, but out of respect for these channels.
I'm not going to personally attack anyone.
Yeah.
We'll
Okay.
put it that way. So if you aren't aware, Starfield, which is Bethesda's latest game, recently had its early release on August 31st. In order to get early release, which is, I think, an important detail here, you either had a Game Pass subscription, which is available on Xbox or PC, and you could upgrade for $35 to the premium edition, which allowed you to play early. Otherwise, you paid $100 for the premium edition and got it early. So the people that have all gotten, the premium editions have been playing. And one of the, I guess, central selling points about this game is not only is it an open world, but it's a massive, massive scale RPG. And
Right.
one of the features of that means that you can customize your protagonist, which is nothing new at all to to gaming or RPGs in the last 2 decades, in all honesty. So one of the options you had is you could pick your pronouns, because there's other games that have done this in which you can even customize some of just the NPC dialogue so that you can better immerse yourself in the entire experience. So aside from he, him, and she, her pronouns, there's also an option to select they, them pronouns. This has no effect whatsoever on the gameplay, has really no effect on the narrative, but for some reason, a lot of people that associate themselves with, I'm going to loosely state this, with the right side of the culture war have been collectively losing their shit over this very minor, maybe 2 seconds of your
Really?
time customization option.
Right. Okay.
So, if you follow me on Twitter at all, you're going to see that I've been getting in on this, and I haven't held
Really?
any punches in calling people out on this. um, it's I understand that people are sick of the pronoun stuff and they don't
A little
want it in
bit.
everything. But I think this is a matter of you need to really step back, get out of your feelings, and look at things as they are. This progressive part of culture is not going anywhere. As much as we would like it to disappear, it's not going anywhere. We can take it
Yeah.
out of the schools, we can take it out of
There you go, folks.
medicine. Yeah, Platoon put out a pretty decent statement. I
Yeah.
still
Spot
disagree
on.
with it.
Yeah.
But it's yeah, you can take it out of everything, but it's still going to exist. Trans people are still going to exist. There's still going to be people that identify a certain way. If
Live
you're
and let live.
playing,
My motto.
pardon?
Live and let live is my motto.
Exactly. Lit and let live. So
Yes.
if there is someone who is on that side of the ideology who wants to play an RPG, a role playing game that is fictional and takes place in outer space, I could care less if they want to pick they, them pronouns for their fictional character if that makes the immersion that much better for them. It's not
I
forced on
I
us.
watched the clip. I
Mhm.
think he was. His main point was I forget the word he said, modernism or something. Putting modern politics into future science fiction fantasy games. You know, they did it in Star Trek: Strange New Worlds and all that kind of modern day stuff in fiction that's supposed to be set hundreds of years in the future. You know, we're supposed to have got past it,
Mhm.
but
Sorry, Amelia Bodelia. I'm using progressive culture as a very loose term. It doesn't, yeah, radical ideologies are not part of progressive culture. I agree with you. Again, very loosely using this just so we're not getting bogged down in this, right?
yeah.
Um, but I think his outburst is justified, not for this. Again, this is a fully like optional feature that you could choose to implore or not. So for you to call this the Western gaming industry or to say that this is a problem with
That's
modernity,
Dan Vask who said that
yeah,
because he
is
wasn't happy with it as well, was he?
a lot of them weren't happy with it. I don't want to name the names,
No,
right?
no
But
names.
there were quite a few, like basically that entire side of this culture war were all unhappy with it. And these are the same people that just several months ago were telling you to buy Hogwarts Legacy, to basically own the snowflakes. And people don't seem to realize that Hogwarts Legacy forced you to use they, them pronouns
Oh, right, okay.
because
And
they
this
didn't
doesn't.
want to be.
Okay.
Yeah, they
Right.
didn't want to
Oh,
be
okay.
exclusive, and
Right.
they
Okay.
also wanted to stick a finger to J.K. Rowling. But these people were telling you go buy 4 or 5 copies of Hogwarts Legacy. Zero problems with that. Baldur's Gate 3 allows you to choose your pronouns, but they were all tweeting about how much fun they were having with that. Didn't have a problem. So why is it Starfield is now like Starfield is getting the spotlight for something that none of these people had a problem with just even a week ago?
Oh, I think this is a very, very hot topic,
It
isn't it?
is.
Okay.
Melvin Deeply has a comment there. If
Yeah,
you
I'm
want.
going to post it and then we're going to move on.
They shouldn't be indulging people's mental illnesses. We have men, we have women, we don't have thems. These people are unwell. Melvin, I would genuinely agree with you. But I'd like to point out this is a role playing game. if you want to role play as a they them, by all means go ahead and do it.
Fill your
You're
boots, son.
Yeah,
or
you're not forcing
daughter,
me to do it. It's my option if
or
I
they
want
them.
to do it.
Yeah.
So, and I'd like to point out another thing. If we want to just get away from even the whole ideology part of it,
So
if
do I.
we're if we're given the
So do I.
option to just explore space, and we assume that there's endless life forms out there,
Yeah.
and even Rick and Morty has touched on this in a few episodes, it's entirely possible that there's life out there that does not adhere to the gender binary. So in
Agreed.
that case, a they them could very well work.
So
I
this
agree with
could
you.
technically be ahead of the curve.
It could.
This is a complete non-controversy. I mean, the game is released now. It's designed to get as big an audience as it can. It will make more people worldwide engage in the game, increase its longevity, and it doesn't affect you personally.
No.
You know, it is a selectable option. It's not forced upon you. So what is the issue? Did somebody look at this and go, fucking hell, I can pick my pronouns, I want my money back?
Yeah, there actually are several people that have done that.
That is
Really?
ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous.
Really?
Get a grip. I mean, if they're going to accuse the other side of being complete snowflakes when things get released, then don't behave exactly like them.
This is not an important battle. If you want to attack modern gaming, go over the shit that actually matters. Go over go after the fact that all of these major publishers have ESG and DEI stuff for their employees behind the curtains that
Yes.
actually do affect the final product. Go after them for the fact that they release buggy and broken product. Go after the fact that they're totally fine abandoning player bases for money or because that's what their board members say. Save your energy for that. I think that's far more worth.
Didn't a big video game company shut down this week? One was
Volition
about
Studios.
about 30, 35 years old.
Yep,
They
30 years.
did a big tweet, didn't they? Big black kind of tweet thing.
Yeah, closed effective immediately, and their last release, which was the Saints Row reboot, was woke garbage, and rightfully so. You should go after that.
Right.
Like, I can understand why people are upset about
Okay.
that because they're forcing a whole lot of it on you. But this is not work. Like, this anger is so misplaced, incredibly misplaced.
And it's also weird to see how viral it's gone as well, because I actually came across Az's rant on a meme site called 9gag, which I never expected to see him there. I mean, this has even been reposted by Hassan. He's currently got just under 3 million views from this.
Mhm.
Wow.
So,
there you go.
and Dan Vask right here has got 2.3 million.
There you go. New face, Dr. Metalblood, Az is still playing the game. He just complained about it. You guys are butthurt that he complained about it. Well, I'm not. I don't care either way, but
I think
I
you're
just
missing
don't
the
think his
point, though.
complaint. I don't think his complaint carries any weight.
Yes, that's what we're talking about, because these are the people that. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I kind of get the feeling with what you said. It was the wrong time for this battle, as it were, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got to be selective with the ammunition, as it were.
If you're having an outburst over this, it makes us all look bad. That's, I think, the bigger thing out of all this, because we all want this progressive shit out of this. We want to be able to watch movies or play games and not have to be sucked into real world politics. But if it's over a pronoun selection, this just makes all of us look goofy and discredits any of whatever we're trying to do to break this cycle of progressivism.
Okay. I think this story is going to probably run for a bit, isn't it?
Once the game gets full access on September 6th, we'll probably see I think it'll die off, and then we'll see a renew of it. But
okay, so is it a storm in a teacup then?
Yeah.
Okay. And anybody watching this on the replay, please don't come after me. Okay, let's move
We're
on.
just discussing ideas. These people are free to have whatever opinions they want.
I don't care either way.
Yeah.
It's just a customization. Get over it.
It's just a game, everybody. Let's move on.
What?
This one was doing the rounds again. I thought I'd post it. Marks and Spencer LGBT sandwiches. It's a stream
It doesn't
killer.
even sound like a good sandwich, so, I mean...
Lettuce, guacamole, bacon, and tomato. I was trying to think of a. So personally, I don't mind this,
Taste of arse.
but we need a. Why can't we have like Marks and Spencer's ham, egg, tomato, romaine, and olive sandwich?
I don't even know what that comes out as.
That's a thinking man's joke. I'll leave you at that. Shall we move on? Okay. In the bin. Let's do it. Let's just get this. I can't remember what I put in the bin, actually. Oh, yes. Difficult this week. Difficult. And thank you, Princess Fiona. Thank you. Let's move on. The Hunger Games, the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes director, whoever that is, says Rachel Zegler's Lucy Gray is different from Catnip because she wears her sexuality on her sleeve. Yes. Are we pumped for this movie?
I think I retweeted this earlier this week. This was the first thing I heard about this movie at all. Like I had heard nothing about this until I saw this tweet. I was like, this is really what you're going to the first big news that most people are going to see on the internet. It's going to be about this. These are all like kids too, which is even weirder. So why
do
I
me, folks? Is it me?
-1?
Yeah, the first off, this movie isn't going to be very good. The book sucked anyway, so I don't understand how this movie could be any good. It's just going to be a musical. There's so much singing that goes on in the book that I'm just like, how is this not going to be a musical? First off, and then second off, I don't know if she wears her sexuality. That's a little bit of a. I mean, maybe they do it differently for the movie.
Also
I did
bollocks.
not. Yeah, I didn't get that. From the book when I read it. I got there was some flirtation with soon-to-be President Snow, but I don't know what he's talking about in terms of the book, but maybe he did something different when it came to the screen and stuff. So,
Z, do you wear your sexuality on your sleeve?
No, I usually wear it on a T-shirt. But the first thing I see on this is Rachel Zegler's name, and then I'm instantly disinterested.
Out. Yeah.
Because she's, I don't know. Everything about her, every interview that I see her in, and every press junket that she's done, just makes my skin crawl. Which is a shame because the kids used to love the series, but you know.
Did you guys see this week that she started attacking Gal Gadot on the internet?
No. Did she?
That's
I have the video saved to my watch later. I haven't done it, but apparently she's like retaliated and was going after Gal Gadot for basically like egging her on, I think. Don't quote me on that because I still haven't watched the video on it. But yeah, it was like two days ago. It was all over YouTube.
Snow White is going to get cancelled, though, isn't it? You know.
I hope so.
Just to kind of digress a little bit, it's not going to make light of day, is it?
Well, it won't. It won't make any money. I mean, like I'm not going to see it. But that's ridiculous that Gal Gadot egged her on. I mean, she said the whole stupid thing of like she's not going to be saved by the prince, and I'm like, oh, well, get the fuck out of here. But I mean, Rachel Zegler went on to say dumb shit without Gal Gadot being there. Like she was the one that said that the prince was a stalker. So I mean, she's just trying to save her own ass, which I get. But at the same time, I'm all like, anybody with a brain and eyeballs can tell that you said what you said. Own it. We don't feel bad for you.
Joke of all butts. Yes, sorry. You mean Brown Brown and the 7 special people. Yes, they are all very, very special.
Special
Okay.
ed.
So this week's in the bin. What a surprise. I think she could be in the bin every week, to be fair. I think we
Yeah.
should
Yeah.
just go in the bin, sponsored by Rachel Zegler.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, you're in the bin, love. That's it. Get in the bin. And finally, this is when we needed a certain guest, but he couldn't make it. So, Z, I think you posted this.
Did I?
Everybody loves
I
a
did,
pie
yeah.
chart, everybody. Who is your favourite EFAP guest of year 4? 1,616 responses.
And our very own little platoon just storms the board.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, because he's great.
Yeah,
With,
fuck you, Disparu.
with was
Who's
it
Disparu?
56 or is it 58.4?
58.4% of
Can
the
you
vote.
believe it?
Look at that.
Unbelievable.
Well,
More
yeah.
than
okay.
every other guest combined.
Yeah. Have you heard his voice? He's so charming and lovely to
know.
listen to.
It's the Lord, isn't it?
It
Yeah.
is. I get an erection every time I hear him.
Ain't that the truth? I mean, I want to marry him and have his adopted babies. So, I mean,
You've got a Lord Cord t-shirt, haven't you?
I do. I do.
You need to wear it one time. We'll show the peeps it. Yeah.
I will. You know what? The next time I'm on, I will wear
Yeah.
it.
Okay, so Nick
Rakita.
Uzi. Well, I know who he is, but Panel Uzi.
He's a lawyer,
Any good?
usually
Yeah.
drunk.
Yeah.
He usually has some good insights though, and he's on a lot of streams with kind of the usual crowd that you'd expect.
Yeah.
Disparu.
I like him.
Yeah. I
Yeah, I
just
don't
looked him
mind
up.
Disparu.
Yeah.
Who's the green one? Gideus, is it?
I don't know.
I've never heard of that guy.
No. Robert Meyer Burnett. I do like Robert.
I
love
do,
Robert.
but
He's-
Yeah.
I watched the fact that he was on, and he did repeat the same story a couple of times. The more and more he got smashed,
Dang.
so he was quite wankered at the end of that
Well,
EFAP stream.
I'm bummed I missed that one.
The movie cynic. That name rings a bell.
He does. Yeah, he's great too.
And he's blue on this as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
But he's so tiny. Like his on that pie. He should be a little bit higher up. He's much more fun.
Well, it's the Lord being greedy. Jedi Brooks.
I have no idea who that
Never
is.
heard of
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen that name around, but I don't know. I'm gonna assume based on the name, it's a Star Wars YouTuber.
Here you go. Not Brian. Robert Meyer Burnett makes drinker look teetotal. Here you go, Garth Knight. Glildus? Is it
Glidus?
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 Yeah.
Is a Game of Thrones channel.
That explains. I haven't seen Game of Thrones, so
Okay.
that explains why I don't know who he is.
So, yes, the man, the Lord. Deserved?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, the fucker is charming. I mean, have you heard him on here? He's well spoken, which is probably racist to say, but he's very nice and respectful, and he has a lot of really good points when he makes them.
He is,
so-
he's really good. Here you go, Catty. Do you want to read this one?
Absolutely. The Little Platoons.
No. Who's it from?
Oh, okay. Eric Van Rick Zort.
Zort.
Little Platoons. the velvety English accent can
Little Platoons. Velvety.
velvety. There we go. I'm sorry. Listen, I've been drinking,
English.
fuckers. Back off.
Accents can turn straight men gay. Oh, yes.
Yeah, I want to have his adopted babies. No joke.
Oh, yes. Talented motherfucker, isn't he?
Yeah, but they have to be from Africa.
What?
Our adopted
What?
babies. Our
Oh,
adopted
stop
babies
digging.
have to be
Yeah.
from Africa.
Unky. I like that. Unky 101. A vote for the Lord. Yes. We all love the Lord, don't we? Okay.
Hmm.
Jamalama. One Lord to rule them all.
Absolutely.
Dan's going ham for you though down there.
Yes. Garth Knights. Lord is credit to YouTube. Dan the Ham. Think I'm hashtag buy for Brown. Well, I'll tell you, when you get to a certain age, you'll take anything, my friend. Doesn't even have to be breathing. Okay, so that's it. Shall we say thank you, chat? That's it, chats. I think we're done.
Hmm.
Yeah, love you, Chad.
In fact,
Thank
I know
you,
we're done.
chat.
That is it, folks. Chat, you are wonderful. We always I appreciate your interaction. Apologies for being a little late. Thank you for the super chats. We will see you next time. I think it'll probably be Beast Up tomorrow. We're definitely back on Wednesday to do Ahsoka, aren't we, Z?
Yes, I'm afraid so.
Ahsoka, everybody. Okay, so I will thank the guests, if I can speak. The wonderful Matt Cat 83.
Thank you for so much for having me. I always have a good time with you guys.
Great to have you on, mate.
Yes.
The wonderful Vex Electronica. Cheers, Vex.
Thank you. Thank you. Always a pleasure to be here. Thank
Great to
you,
have you on.
chat and panel, for a great evening.
And last but by no means least, he is the golden reach around droid of choice, and I know that off by heart. Z3PO.
Oh, sir, I suppose you're wondering where I got these red nipples.
And on that bombshell, we will see you next time. Beast Up Monday, Ahsoka Wednesday, possibly doing a movie on Saturday. I think people want the movies bringing back on Saturday. But we'll definitely be back next Sunday. So if we don't see you during the week, we will see you next time. Have a great week. Tatty bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Tatty
Bye, everyone.